Jimmy joins us live now. Right, Jimmy? The march to the Super Bowl starts today.
Absolutely, like it has since 1999. This one might be a little bit more in step. And let me just point out, Jay, nobody out here, and there still are a few people out here, nobody is questioning if you're all right. We're all set to go here for the start of training camp. It's kind of a lackluster day on day number one. The Browns were pushed inside because of the weather. But, of course, the story that is hanging over this city, this training camp, this football team, this coaching staff, the entire organization is what is the fate of Deshaun Watson? And the Browns are taking that into every practice as they get set and wait, like all of us, to hear from the NFL what is the decision in the Deshaun Watson case. So indoors, the Browns went today for a light day once they knew the weather was going to be wet in the afternoon when they were scheduled to be out on the practice field. So it was described as a walkthrough, and I would agree with that. It was at that pace, and it was more of a conditioning drill for them, and they're going to work up to what they're going to be able to do as training camp will amp up a little bit more tomorrow, a little bit more on Friday, and then when the public is allowed in on Saturday, the Browns will be in full pads and they'll have their first day of contact. Now, in the Watson situation, he is still the number one starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He is taking first-team reps. He is going on as the leader of the team and certainly specifically the leader of the offense, but we wondered, how is the team affected, like all of us, waiting on such a big decision?
We just deal with it. That's kind of our mentality. We're going to deal with July 27th, and then we'll get to tomorrow. We'll deal with tomorrow, but that's kind of how we operate.
Kevin Stefanski said that they have a plan once they get a ruling on the Watson case. But the plan is to continue to win. They feel they're a really good football team. They feel that Jacoby Brissett is certainly ready to be the starting quarterback to guide them through whatever time and at whatever amount of games they need him to play a quarterback while they wait for Deshaun Watson if there is a suspension. They also feel that they have a championship caliber defense led by Myles Garrett. So if the offense is struggling early because Watson's missing, the defense feels they can win games.
Dominant as we want to be. I feel like that last year, and I feel like this year. You know, we have a lot of talented guys all across the board, and I feel like this is probably the most well-rounded we've been since I've been here. So just try to make the most of it and make plays all up and down the field and take the ball away.
Remember, that was a very good defense the last half of the year last year, and it should be better this year. Injury update for you. Denzel Ward, remember, he starts this training camp on the physically unable to perform list with a foot injury that he suffered on the last day of the mandatory minicamp back in June. Kevin Stefanski said even though Ward is not on the field right now, and in fact in a boot, they do expect him on the field within the next couple of weeks, and he definitely, they feel, will be ready to go on September 11th when they open up in Carolina against the Panthers. In other words, when the regular season starts. He also mentioned that Jack Conklin, the right tackle, trying to come back from patella tendon injury and surgery, he is doing remarkably well, and they feel he'll be ready to go by the start of the regular season too. Now I take you to Spartanburg, South Carolina, on the campus of Wofford College. Opening day on the field for Baker Mayfield, trying to win the starting job as the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. A young lady was on the sidelines yelling out to Baker Mayfield, and she was wearing his Browns jersey, number 6. He jokingly, now I repeat, jokingly yelled to her, "Get that jersey out of here." And then he went on his way out to training camp to try and win the job away from Sam Darnold. So those are kind of the nuts and bolts, Jay, of what is going on here on day one of training camp. I will tell you, because I was wondering, do the Browns know more than all of us in this Watson case? And I would have to say, after talking to a number of people within the organization, the answer is no. They are in the same spot with us. They are not getting any communication from the NFL, from Sue Robinson. Likewise, the Watson camp not getting much communication either as we wait on this decision.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat, I guess. And, as if the Watson drama, Jimmy, wasn't enough to start camp here, you mentioned Baker Mayfield, and he and the Carolina Panthers are looming out there as the Browns' first opponent. They'll have to go to Carolina to play the Panthers, and I think all eyes in the NFL will be squarely on that game as they start the season. Couldn't script it any better.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right, and Boy, I tell you, the NFL can normally set up some great openers. I don't know if they thought this one originally was going to be a great opener, but suddenly it's there. It's got a lot of sauce on it. You know, Jay, I will tell you this. Take Baker Mayfield out of the equation, but the opening game and the ability to win the opening game for the Browns is massive this year. They have lost 18 in a row on opening day. It's time for that to end.
They have knocked some monkeys off their back over the last couple of years. That's a gorilla, and they need to get rid of it. They need to get rid of it now. Jimmy Donovan, live from Browns training camp in Berea. We'll have much more on the Browns coming up tonight at 6. Jimmy, thanks.